Welcome to episode 239.
You're listening to Escaping the REI Newbie Zone podcast, where you'll learn the underground, closely guarded secrets that will revolutionize your real estate business. This podcast is all about helping you exit the real estate newbie zone and enter financial freedom, building up your real estate throne. This is Escaping the REI Newbie Zone podcast. And now your host, real estate investor, entrepreneur, world traveler, and nationwide mentor, Chris Bruce.
How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Escaping the REI Newbie Zone. I'm your host, Chris Bruce. I want to say thank you for tuning in to this week's show. As you know, Fridays are meant for our content and interview style podcast episodes. So I do have a very special guest I'm going to be bringing on in just a couple of seconds. But before I bring on my guest and talk a little bit more about her, I want to say thank you for all of you guys that have been posting the interviews. You guys have been posting podcasts, period. Just tagging me on your social media. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I try to get to as many of them as I can and like the post or at least share it if you're sharing it on your Instagram story. So I would appreciate it, if you guys continue doing it. Post at Detroit Mogul. I will repost it. I will like it. And I just want to say thank you for all of you guys that have been showing support over the years. And even some of you newcomers that just kind of been rocking with me just for the first few months or years or whatever. But let me wait no further. I want to get into today's guest. Very special woman. She's out of Texas. Now, she has been crushing it in real estate for over the past 18 years. She actually started off as a real estate agent. And as things started to switch, she had her own mortgage company. Things started to transition. She started to look into ways to diversify her income and figure out another way to make money, especially with the shift of the whole market when it crashed and everything else. So she got into doing some investing, right? So of course you can do fix and flips, which is cool, but she liked the whole no risk strategy, which a lot of you guys are doing or are looking to do, which is wholesaling. All right. And she's been wholesaling, crushing it in San Antonio, and she has even built up a team. So she talks about her journey of being in the business for 18 years, going through the ups and downs of the market, and still being able to continually invest. Some people are nervous and scared that there's an upcoming crash going to happen, but honestly, that's where opportunity comes, right? And so you're going to hear about that with my special guest. And if you're looking to get into wholesaling, especially for you women, I know a lot of women saying, guys, Chris, you got the guys on here, it's cool, but bring more successful women. So what I wanted to do was start doing that. And so I brought on one of the most successful real estate investors out of San Antonio, crushing it day in, day out. And let me wait no further and introduce my special guest, Ellie Rojas. All right, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Escaping the REI Newbie Zone. As I said in the intro, we have a very special guest representing for the ladies. I know you guys have been telling me, oh man, you got a lot of successful guys, but I know there is a lot of successful women. And I said, you're right. So let me go ahead and welcome on my guest, Ellie Rojas. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, perfect. All right. So Ellie, how are you doing, man? I've been seeing all your Instagram posts. Every time I look up, you go into a title company, cashing the check. Like, for people that are not
building it.
I see. For people that might not be connected with you yet, kind of give us a little background of where you were before you got into real estate business and how you got introduced to it.
My story is pretty different than other people because I was an at-home mom when I started into real estate. That was 19 years ago. Okay. When I started into real estate. And I just wanted to have a job that would give me time to spend time with my kids. So I thought that real estate would give me more time with my kids. And although I can work my schedule around them, I did, once I got into it, I had a huge drive. So I worked a whole lot. I was top producer my first 6 months in real estate. And I opened my own brokerage before I was a broker. So I only worked under someone for a year and a half. And then I brought on a broker where I used his license and I set up my own office. And then within 6 months, I had my broker's license.
Wow.
So I took a lot of classes. So I wanted it.
Okay.
And 2 years, you need to work under someone for 2 years. So I made sure I took all those extra classes to make sure that I met that 2 years.
Gotcha.
So I've been a broker for 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so hold on. All right, so you've been through the ups and downs of the real estate market.
Hell, I've been through the hell. I went through the crash of 2008.
Right.
And at that time, I actually had my own mortgage brokerage office too. So I was also a mortgage brokerage office. So, and I had 3 lenders working with me.
Okay.
So I was also doing that, and that killed me. When the market crashed, I had everything in one bucket, my office. So when the loans started not closing, that means my houses weren't closing either. And it wasn't just a market crash. It was also my ex-husband was trying to take my kids away, so I was in court.
Wow.
And it was really hard times for me. The good news is he didn't get my kids because I'm a good mom. But it was a hard time because that's when everything was just crashing around me. And I lost all 7 of my rental houses that I owned. I lost my office. I lost everything during the crash. So I'm better prepared now.
Yeah. For the recycle.
Why I'm in wholesale, because I think wholesale does good in any market. You're going to have a different type of clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So I have enough knowledge. I've done flips before. I did flips in 2008 too. I've been the contractor on houses, so I know the insides and out. I can walk in a house and see when something's done wrong or right. I have an educated eye. So I thought, okay, well, I'm really good at that. So that's why I went into it. This year, I officially went into wholesale full time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Real
All right,
estate.
so let's back up. Hold on. Let's back up. Okay. So most people I know, because I come from that whole lost my rental property during the crash. I exactly happened to me as well. But I only had one,
Yeah,
but,
I had 7.
Yeah, so it's a difference. So let's take it back to then. All right, so the crash happens. You lose 7 rentals. You're fighting the custody with your ex-husband at the time.
Fire trapped to 7. I had $13,000 overhead that I had to deal with.
Okay, so how were you able to transition from that and still be in the business? Because most people left. I know people that haven't got back.
Most people left the business.
Yeah,
most people left. I mean, big companies, because I think the difference between me and a lot of people is I like good things, but I won't overspend. So if I have a $3,000 purse, but it was a gift. I wouldn't buy it for myself. Right. And I love clothes, but I wouldn't spend, $500 on a shirt. Okay. I'd rather spend $500 on 100 different outfits than, $500 on one item. So I think a lot of people that are in the real estate business are really flashy and spend a whole lot of the money. And I'm not like that. I like good, pretty things, but I'm not going to spend all my money in one area. If I ever get married or have a boyfriend who wants to spend money on me, great. But I'm not going to do it for myself. Gotcha. And right now, like in my life, I was talking to one of my friends about that. It's like, I've been in this house for 18 years. I have a huge house. It's 3,200 square feet, but it's a family home. And I do want to get another house. Okay. But right now, my investment, my Louis Vuitton, my expensive, all that is my, $32,000 I spend a year on my daughter's college. So I don't want my daughter graduating with debt. Right. So once that's done, then I can, do things for myself. But that's we choose what we choose to invest in. And absolutely. Back then, although it was hard and I had to lower my costs, I did like to do more trips and I like to spoil my kids. We had to, tighten up yep. and do it and regrow. And it was hard. It was not easy, but we got through it. And every year I've been making more and more. So
got you. Okay. So you transition from the crash into this new market. And then when did you first like hear about wholesaling? Because I know most people that are agents, agents or realtors, they're like, wholesaling is illegal. You can't do that. So, like, how'd you hear about wholesaling?
But you gotta remember, I started flipping houses in 2008, 2007.
Okay.
Remodeling and flipping them, and I always liked doing that. And I started doing that again 4 years ago. So when I was doing the remodeling and stuff, I started seeing, well, obviously wholesalers were calling me, right? So, I mean, I educate myself.
Okay.
If I'm interested in something, I'm interested in it. So I just, I asked questions to other people that were in the business.
Okay.
And one person really led me the wrong way, and he was taking a lot of my money. So, I mean, you don't just stop that person. You continue asking other people, and then you know how, okay, this is how it really works. And you YouTube the videos and you learn.
Right.
And I'm growing my company now, and I'm hiring acquisition officers, and I want them to make money. I saw the last thing you want to do is lie to them what they're going to make, and take their money. You want people working for you. So that guy who led me wrong, obviously I never worked with him again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love collaborating with different wholesalers and working together with them. So if I have a house, I'll talk to other wholesalers and other companies and let them know, and they help me sell it. And I'm okay with sharing.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. But I'm not okay with lying, hiding, and all of that stuff. I don't like that. I don't play that way. I've had people that I've dealt with that says, don't tell so-and-so that you're working with me. Why not? We're all in different companies. I should be able to work with who I want to work with. And I'm pretty direct about that. I mean, I have nothing to hide. I should be able to work with everybody.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, that's the freedom of being an entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. That you get to choose. Okay, so.
But I do understand the fact that when you have your own company and you have like 10 people working with you and one has an investor, well, yeah, that investor belongs to that person in your company.
Right.
You don't share your buyers and sellers in your own company, right?
Right.
That's not fair. But if you're working outside with different companies, that's different. You don't have to have. You shouldn't have to have a loyalty to one particular company or one person.
Absolutely, I agree. Okay, so how is the market for people that's listening? I want you guys to know that at least in San Antonio, how is the market there? Is it competitive? Like I know Dallas Fort Worth is crazy.
What, to me, I don't care what market you're in. I don't think there's a lot of people doing it, but they're not doing well.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a lot of competition.
Yep.
I'm not worried about sharing my secrets and telling people how to do this, because not everybody's going to have the personality that the seller wants to work with or a buyer wants to work with, or are going to actually do the footwork to get the leads. They're going to give up.
Yep. I agree.
I personally had a situation where I had a family member recently, and I showed them everything that they needed to learn to get the business going. Everything. I mean, and we have like mails. I wish I could show you this. Like I send out like 2,000 letters, and so these are like the letters. Some of them come back. When they come back, though, I look at it and I'll say, okay, where do they really live, and all this. But these are my letters, and we send out like 2,000 of them, and then I have them out there walking those specific neighborhoods and knocking on specific doors and all that. And I spend all the money, not them. When you work with me, I'm going to teach you how to do it, but you guys got to do the marketing. They got to do the work, right? Yeah. But this is my family, right? So I sent them out there 3 months in, two months in. They're pouty facing. They don't have money to pay their car payment or phone bill. And I'm like, it's not my responsibility. I'm letting them live here for free. So to me, that's a blessing in itself, right?
Right.
But people always look at what they're not blessed with instead of what they're blessed with. They're always thinking about, well, at least that person has money to pay their bills. Well, why don't you think about at least you're living in a house for free with food and board to help get that business up and going? But no, people always focus on the negative.
Yeah.
If you're going to do good in this business, be prepared to probably in the beginning be late on a few payments.
Yep.
Be prepared for the fear that you're going to be late on a few payments while you're building it up. But most people give up. This is my family. They gave up. During the week, they told me they were going to go and just get a regular job because they were worried about their bills. One of their leads turned out to be good. It was a duplex, and they were going to make $5,000 on it. To me, $5,000 for somebody who knows nothing about the real estate business is good money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So then I'm the one that does all the back work. I went in there, I talked to the people, I negotiated the deal with the buyer and all that stuff. And I told them, do you want to come to the house? Just to give them an opportunity. Right. Do you want to come to the house when the buyers are going to come and look at it? Do you want to come? So they said yes. And then they ended up calling me 30 minutes later. No, we're going to go ahead and stay. You got it under control. To me, you're not interested in learning.
Nope.
If you really want to learn this business, I shouldn't ask you if you want to come. You should want to come. Even if you don't have to be there.
Right.
Be there. I've been to over probably 1,500 inspections. I don't have to be at the inspections, but if I wasn't there, maybe 50% of my deals wouldn't go through because I'm not there to tell my clients, that's normal.
Yeah.
That's a normal house.
Exactly.
How do you learn if you're not there? So that happened. So I told them, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give you your $5,000, even though I invested all that money in you, and you guys can go and do your job. But I'm going to let you know right now, every other thing that comes in, you quit. Those leads belong to this company.
Right.
And what I have to do now is my new acquisition officers spread those leads out to them so they continue marketing it. Because we spent 2 months farming and talking and building relationships. And now the phone's going to start ringing every once in a while. So this week, I got 2 leads from those letters. They're not here anymore.
Missed opportunity.
People give up right before they're about to hit gold. And,
absolutely. Yep.
And they're always focused on why, I don't have this, I don't have that. Most of us didn't have anything when we started. This is a very hard business to get into. Everybody looks at you and thinks, oh, this is easy. She can do it. I can do it. Well, it's a hustle.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. And you have to be mentally strong.
That's the biggest thing, though. I want to touch on right there, because like I focus when I'm doing like lives or like if I'm coaching my students or anything like that. The main thing I'll tell people to focus on is the mental, because business itself is challenging, but the biggest challenge of it all is the conversation you have in between your ears. So for you, is there a go-to thing you do? Like, is there books you read? Is there audio? Like, what do you do to keep your mental strong?
I don't know if you saw the last video I posted yesterday, but I put up examples. So I do read books, but I am affirmations on YouTube.
Okay.
So in the morning I have the I am the best. I am prosperous. and my son's like, why do you have that every morning? And then on my wall in my room, I have probably about 25 cards that I read that I am things. Gotcha. To stay motivated. At an early age, I went through abuse, Okay. And I think that made me mentally strong because I was always, put down.
Okay.
Mental abuse to me is so much more severe than physical abuse because that it can stay with you forever. So at a young age, I learned how to block out a lot of negativity. And I think that was something that helped me. So I always woke up happy, and I learned how to wake up happy the next day. So that's something is with me all the time. I mean, it could be the worst thing that happened the day before, and I always wake up happy.
I like
that. So my mind is trained to wake up happy, and a lot of people hold on grudges. A lot of people take the negativity from the day before to the next day. Your day is so important. If you don't start your day off positive, it's gonna go south every single day. If you're always worried about what happened yesterday or what other people are doing or why you don't have this and why you don't have that, you're not gonna have a good day.
Absolutely, I agree.
So I always start my day off with a positive attitude. I am purposely, even if I was sad, wake up and I smile. For some reason, even if you're sad when you wake up, you smile, it changes your attitude. You just smile, it changes your attitude. So I wake up, I smile, and I'm ready, for the day. I'm adamant about waking up early. I'm very anal about that.
Okay.
And I can tell you, even with my kids and my dad when we were younger, he didn't let us sleep in. He had us up early.
Okay.
So my kids themselves, they've never stayed asleep till like 9, 10 o'clock. And if I have somebody here staying with me and they do that, it kind of bothers me because to me, the day is so valuable.
Yeah.
So much things that you can get done that if you're not up early and motivated, you're up by 9 a.m., 10 a.m., you lost the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's gone.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, I just don't get it. You know, the morning, the light from the morning, it's so motivating. It's time to go. When you're not up early, you lost the day.
I agree. You know what it is, though, Ellie? I think, too, though, because we're entrepreneurs, we know that we're on a limited time every day, right? We're trying to do as much stuff as we can in those 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're like, let's get up. Let's get going. Let's get moving, you know? And I think the people that sometimes, like, I remember when I worked a job and I wasn't on this stuff, you know, I would wake up whenever, right? It's like, okay, you know, but as an entrepreneur, I'm like, I need to use every single minute, second that I can to be productive, you know.
It's hard to fit everything in. So today was a day I thought, okay, I have to start doing things where I can use my time more valuable. So what am I going to make changes this week? So I called my attorney, he's a friend of mine, and he's been recommending this lady for cleaning houses. And I'm like, how much does she charge to come and like just do tidy ups in my house once a week, like the sweeping of the floor, the mopping, and this, you know, just dusting and all that stuff. Yeah. So that saves me a little bit of time from having to, you know, do that because I need to be using my time to be doing other things.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. I did the same. I paid somebody to come clean your house because I'm like, listen, that's not the highest and best use of my time.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's all great and all that, and I have ADHD, so I cannot have too much disorganization around me. Otherwise, I'm not as effective.
Okay, so let's talk real estate real quick. All right, so what are you doing to find your leads? Like, what are the people you're targeting to find sellers?
I've spent years building up my social media, my presence, the respect from people, and I've just been blessed because people actually follow me, and I can say maybe 70% of my leads have come from social media.
Wow. Okay.
And then the others from letters.
Okay.
And referrals.
Gotcha.
Stuff. Yeah. Social media is the future. You know.
It is.
Seeing your face, seeing you are, that is the future, and a lot of people are scared to be just who they are. They're scared of being judged by other people. They're thinking that they have to be conservative and follow a certain look. And one reason I joined wholesale is because basically you can be who the heck you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You
don't have to fall into a little cliche where I have to wear a suit and look like a man. I'm a woman. I want to be a woman. I don't want to dress like a man.
Right.
And, I'm smart. I'm sensual. I'm who I am. I'm independent.
Yeah.
And you're going to have thick skin if you want to be on social media because you're going to have criticism all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the rewards are well worth the criticism.
Absolutely.
I don't want to talk about politics too much, but I would say, you know, although I'm not a supporter of Donald Trump, the man has thick skin, and I know they say no, he does it because he criticizes people on Facebook, on his Twitters. He does it because he knows it bothers them.
Yeah,
he doesn't give a heck what anybody thinks.
When I say Trump,
that's his guy. He is president of the United States, and half of America hates him.
Right.
You know, if you Google the guy, you're going to find so many damaging things about him, so much hate about him, and he's the president of the United States. So basically what I'm trying to say is anybody who's going to be something in this world is going to get criticized.
Absolutely.
You're not going to make everybody happy. There's so many unhappy people in this world. People look at me and sometimes I post sexy pictures and I get saying, well, Ellie, you know, I'm going to help you do this, but you know, you need to tone it down. No, this is me.
Right.
This is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change for anybody. And obviously it hasn't affected my business at all.
Exactly.
What would affect my business is if I pretend to be who you want me to be.
Right. Yep.
People, the future of social media, and a lot of these corporate companies and all that have to get with what's going on. Commercials don't work anymore. Okay, you can watch TV and people are going to forward through the commercials. Mm-hmm. That is not going to work. Commercials don't work anymore. So social media's future, if people do their research, because I spend a lot of time doing it, is people want real people. They want your videos to have mistakes. They want your pictures to show who you are with flaws. They want to follow real people. If everything's perfect, guess what they're going to do? They're going to pass up that video.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to look at a commercial about realtors in a suit selling a house. They saw it 1,000 times.
Exactly.
If you want someone to follow you and use you and you be their representative in any type of business, they want to follow you. Yep. They want to work with you. You're the person. So stop pretending. I was watching what's his name? Is it David Ramsey?
Yeah, Dave Ramsey. Yep.
Okay. I was watching one of his videos and he's like, if you're an outgoing person and you like to party and have fun, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
You take care of your business. You be who you are.
Yep.
Some people just love to have fun.
Right.
And you're telling them, oh, you're not allowed to go out and have a drink and have a little bit of fun. What? That person's going to be miserable because that's part of their personality.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
There's other people's personality where they just love to be home, drink a little wine, chill with their friends. They don't like to do that, and that's fine. The thing is, you gotta be who you are. You gotta do what makes you happy. Not everybody's gonna like you, but the people that do, how many millions and millions of people are in this country? If you can just get 1 million people to like you, everybody else doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they don't matter.
I agree with you because people want authenticity. I always mess that word up. Authenticity. People want you to be authentic because, like you said, there's so many people that are faking that they're rich, that they're in a successful, happy relationship, that they, doing all this stuff, and some of them that are really
people in an expensive car.
Yeah,
one paycheck away from poor.
Exactly, which is crazy.
I've always been that person. Like these guys, like, oh, well, we're gonna come to my house, have this car, and have this. Like, I'm not impressed by that.
Right.
What is it you have saved in your bank account? Are you living paycheck by paycheck? Because I know in Texas for sure, there's a lot of guys driving old pickup trucks that are millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Millionaires.
Oh yeah.
So the facade that somebody looks
people
rich,
people
it's not real.
That's the I would say that's the gift and curse of social media though. Everybody thinks on social media because obviously you get to post what you want to post, right? So everybody wants to only post the good stuff. That's why, like yourself and me, I like to post and share the things that aren't that good, or even share with you the past life, to show you the authentic side of me. That hey, listen, I don't have everything going together. I might be good financially.
We all make mistakes,
but we still make mistakes. Yeah, we still make mistakes, and honestly,
we've all dated the wrong person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If
somebody has this picture perfect life, picture perfect children, picture perfect wife, husband, I assure you, there's something going on.
Absolutely.
Nobody knows about.
Yep. If you peel that curtain back, you start seeing stuff. You like, oh, wow. I tell everybody. The
thing that they don't realize is that if they would just let people know who they are, they're gonna love them just the way they are.
They really are.
Yeah, they are. Because even that picture perfect life, it has criticism by the critics.
Oh yeah.
So I'd rather just be who I am. It's not perfect. Sometimes I do stupid things and I cuss, but heck, Henry beats all the time and he's doing just fine.
I was about to say, hey, listen, take it and love it. Who cares? Yeah, who cares, man? Take it and leave it, man. Nah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I think that is the key to being successful. Is
Dave Ramsey also cusses all the time.
Yeah, I mean, be authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I heard people that curse are highly intelligent.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Be yourself. Dress how you want. Do what you want. Because, like you said, at the end of the day, I mean, that's what we became entrepreneurs for anyway. We became to get the freedom. So why should we be boxed in, right?
Exactly. But being in traditional real estate, even though again it's never affected me, I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm.
The only person who's ever criticized me when I was doing the regular real estate stuff was other realtors.
Okay. And they were probably mad because they want to do it, and they like, well, I can't.
But they don't do it. Yeah, they don't want to be themselves.
Yeah.
I cannot do the. I've done. I have probably 1 or 2 pantsuits. So I mean, I just love dresses and torn jeans and nice things that make me look like a female, a Latina.
Right.
Latinas are highly sexual. So sensual. And I'm proud of it.
Hey, listen, that's the whole thing. I think that if you guys can get anything from this podcast is be authentic. Even if you're starting off brand new, let people know. Let them know your journey. You don't have to lie and say you did a whole bunch of deals.
Brand new, the first thing is going to set you off where everybody's going to follow you is realness.
Absolutely.
If you're going to sit in front of a computer in a little suit and tie and not be who you are, nobody's going to see you. Yeah. You're going to be like everybody else.
Yep. I agree. Okay. So I know we got to wrap this up. Do you have a favorite book that you just one of the favorite reads? Would you recommend somebody?
Of course, the Think and Grow Rich. That's one still one of the.
I love that book.
Books.
I love that book.
How to Influence People.
Great book too. How to Win Influence. I love that book too.
Yeah,
that's really good.
And then I have a ton of wholesale books, and then of course my audibles now that I can listen to on Alexa.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of wholesale books.
Okay.
That I listen to. I'm a YouTuber. I really just love listening.
Watch YouTube videos.
And hearing people's. I love hearing people's struggles. Me personally, the people who are going to work with me, I'm going to be a tough boss.
Okay.
I'm adamant in my mind that I am a no excuse business.
Okay.
I have another recruiting meeting this Sunday for new acquisition officers, and a guy wrote me yesterday and said this girl wants to join me. I said that's great, and I said what's Sunday? Well, she can't go because her mom was in the hospital, and I said, well, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to have another meeting for a few months. This is it. I had somebody come last week and they had the same thing happen, but they were there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour, 2 hours of your time. Everybody's going to have something.
Yeah.
I'm not insensitive, but if you're going to do well in this business, it starts the day you come to my meeting.
Right.
No excuses. There's nothing you can tell me unless you're dying.
Yeah.
Why you're not going to be at that meeting if you want to change your life and start making good money. It's free. I'm giving you free knowledge that people pay thousands of dollars to learn.
Uh-huh.
If you're not there, I don't want you on my team.
Yep.
And I'm going to be strict like that starting day one.
Gotcha. Guys, listen, ladies, gentlemen, you got to sacrifice. Nothing great that you want to accomplish does not come with sacrifice.
Exactly.
Okay, so Ellie, last question. I ask everybody that's on the call. Someone that's brand new to wholesaling, they're just getting started, and they want to close their first deal and escape the newbie zone. What advice would you give them?
Don't do it by yourself. Make sure before you close your first deal, you have a mentor that's there to guide you through the whole process. The last thing you need to do is put an offer on a house and close on a house and you pay too much for it. Make sure you have a few investors in mind already, or companies that you can collaborate with that have investors before you pick up that house, because you don't want to get stuck with it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So how can people get in touch with you?
Just go to Ellie Reyna Rojas at gmail.com. So that's ELLIEREYNA ROJAS at gmail.com.
Okay.
You can find me Ellie Reyna on Instagram and Ellie Reyna Rojas on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Perfect. All right. And guys, I will make sure that I include her links in the show notes of this podcast. So for those of you tuning in and want to connect with her, we'll have the information in the show notes. All right. Ellie, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. This is great.
Awesome. We need to do it again.
Definitely. All right, guys. You know my quote. Don't live to dream, live your dream. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening to Escaping the REI Newbie Zone podcast at www.escapethenewbiezone.com.